Hello everybody, hope you are doing really well. I've got some very special guests with me, one slightly smaller than the rest. So today, you might recognise this fella, Paul, a bit of a ledge. But Paul's got a very special guest with him as well. Paul?
This is my little lad, Jenson.
Right, mate?
Dan's #1 fan.
Yeah. So, you're going to be showing us around, ain't you, Jenson? So first test, before we've even started filming, what's behind us? Well done, mate. Right, so enjoy your history lesson, everybody, and we will see you on the other side. Let's do it. Come on. In today's video, we take a look at one of Dover's most famous gun batteries. Situated on the Western Heights, it is one of the best preserved gun batteries that you, as the general public, can explore. Known as St Martin's Battery, it was constructed in 1876 and mounted three 10-inch RML guns. As was built like most defences in Dover, it was to be part of the protection from a potential French invasion. It would have had dual purpose, guarding Dover's western docks, but more importantly to provide a defence of the south entrance of the Western Heights fortress. As was common with advancements in warfare, the guns would become obsolete, so the battery closed in 1909. Then it was rearmed with 6-inch breech-loading guns at the beginning of World War II as an emergency coastal battery. During this time, it would be renamed as the Western Heights Battery. Behind the battery lies a World War II deep shelter, which was dug to provide protection from any German bombardment for the 140 personnel who managed the battery. Before this, it had started life as part of the underground magazine stores. Now the battery is a permanent reminder of how serious the threat of invasion really was. Now hopefully with a video like this, it will never be forgotten. Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you liked your history lesson. It gave you some really interesting information. Obviously, brief spell that we know it was used for French defences, and then it was turned into a World War II emergency coastal battery. Before we started filming, we just wanted to make sure deep shelter was open or whatever, because otherwise that would have been for a good video. I've been here consecutively 3 separate times and never had any luck, and I don't think now what we've looked at, there's going to be no way we'll never be into it. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. But the point is, at least we get to focus on the battery itself. So, Jenson, where are we again, mate? First we're starting?
The lamp store.
That's it, lamp store, you knew it. Right, so should we take a wander then, mate? Go on, I'll let you guide us. You happy?
Yeah.
You got your torch on you as well, haven't you, mate? Good man. So why do you think, Jenson, they needed lamps then?
For night.
Yeah, because it was a bit dark, do you reckon? Yeah, I think so as well. And they needed to probably keep them away from all the ammunition. Why do you think that was?
Gun.
So it don't explode. Just in case. Cool though, isn't it? You're doing a really good job of lighting it, mate. Because I didn't bring my torch. So I'm trusting on you. Shall we come back to that?
Yeah.
And then we'll go to the next bit. So do you remember, right, so Jenson, what do you think the next bit was? Do you remember what it was? Lamp store, magazine, magazine. Well done. So we know that up there, obviously we'll go in a minute, everybody, that's obviously where the guns are, with the holdfast, and then, right, do you want to show any light in there, mate? Good man. Pretty dark in here, isn't it? Yeah. Do you reckon it would have been quite busy at one point? Lots of people coming in and out. When you watch my lesson, because I can't remember, when you watch this video back, I do actually mention the number of people that was here. I think it was 100 and something, I want to say. Imagine that, 100 people around here. Literally in this little bit. Loads. And then when the Germans were shooting, that's when they had to go into that deep shelter to get safety, because otherwise you don't want to get shot, do you, mate? Not good. Right, come in, buddy. Show us some more stuff. I'm trusting on you. Oh, next one. Let's do it. So they used to paint these proper whitewash, they called it. Do you think it smells funny in here? Yeah, what does it smell of to you? Like a bit damp?
Yeah, wet.
Yeah.
Bit wet. Yeah, you got lucky on this, because there's some horrible smells in other places. Flies, is there flies as well? No birds' nests though? No. Alright, let's keep going, bud. You always forget how big this place is actually, innit? When you sort of come down here, like you just forget like how big this wall is. Not open? It's alright, we'll try though. Dad will make an urban explorer of you soon. That's what you got to do, mate. Go open it.
You never know.
You never know.
Get through there, Jens.
Yeah, you could, mate. Do you want to get through there and I'll give you the camera? Yeah? Well done, mate. I can't get through. That's worrying me that I can't. Here, mate. Can I give you this? And then I want you to hold it like I'm holding it. And then just show everybody around for me. Well done, mate. Take it, yeah, do it slowly. Take your time. Good man.
Bench.
Slow movements.
Take your time, buddy. No rush. How's it then, bud? Cheers, good job, mate.
Well done, Jens.
So not only is he going to be an urban explorer, but he's going to be somebody who's going to be doing the filming stuff like we always used to do. That's it, isn't it? What was it like in there, mate? Because we can't see it. So what was it like for us? Everybody else is going to see it. What was it like in there? Dark. Dark. I love it. It's brilliant.
Can't get in this one.
Might be able to on the other side, you never know. So look, do you see this, gents? Look, so these are all like real old drainage. These are probably dated from the time it was built. These are all like old vents, drainage vents. Which are obviously on that, you know when you saw them gaps?
Yeah.
Beautiful, aren't they though? It's a shame most of them aren't there anymore, but... Good man.
I remember we went here.
Right, gents, so this is a Type 23, I think. You might say it on there. Type 23, let's hope it does. Otherwise, all my pillbox videos that I've been doing have been completely put to waste. Doesn't actually even say, but I'm telling you, we'll just say it's a Type 23. But this post, mate, which you don't normally see, is for anti-aircraft, so they would have put a machine gun on top of this. They would have been able to shoot at the top. There's a nice little image of it. Shame it's not there.
Oh, it's like my guy at home.
Oh.
Yeah.
But obviously, everybody, if you watch my Type 23 video, I will talk all about that. And and the one that I visited was in Aylesford, just not too far from both of us, actually, just down by the River Medway. Yeah. That was a prefab design. But it's nice that on this one, we actually get to see the mounting for where the gun would have fought. What do you think about it, mate? Cool? What's it like in there, though?
Smelly.
Is it smelly?
Clean, isn't it?
Well, let's have a quick look. Come on, show us then, mate. Because in my one that we went to, we couldn't actually get into because it was properly covered up in litter. But this one's alright, isn't it? Love it. So you can see out to the coast, can't you? And then what else can you see from? See the docks, can't you? And then what can you see on this side?
The castle?
Well done, mate. Actually, you can almost see, we're going to give a clue everybody depending on when our videos come out, but if you, well, depending on when, sorry Jason, I'm just going to poke your head out. Finger of Doom, straight down there is one of our next big visits we're going to film, somewhere down there. Stay tuned everybody, depending on when that comes out. Right, it's exciting. Right, so we're now at the first gun as we sort of like made our loop round, and Paul made a really good observation, which is saying that we need to sort of clarify with this. So obviously in your history lesson we spoke about the two significant phases, which obviously the first one was in the 1800s to talk about the invasion of France and obviously the worry that was down there, and then they would have had like those, what they call the breech load guns, and they would have been on a rail at the back, so sometimes you would have seen a rail. But what we're looking at is the World War II phase, which would have been for the quick fire guns, and that's the holdfast pins on them. If it was the Victorian ones, you would have seen this big old rail. You've seen it in your history lesson, there would have been like a big old rail, and that would have been to pivot the gun right the way round. But on this is sort of more the World War II structure, and this cap that you can see is World War II as well. So this shelving that you can notice is all going to be World War II, and it's sort of like, again, if people that watch the channel, we've seen a lot of these gun batteries before where they've normally actually been converted from that sort of use onwards to World War II. But yeah, it's nice pieces of history, isn't it, really? What do you think about, I mean, the graffiti, obviously, it's its own thing, isn't it? But I mean, yeah.
But you can see that the different types of the brick down the side. You can see the, as you say, where it's been added onto, on top of, and grown into this.
And like obviously, the sad part about it is probably the most notable phase is actually from the deep shelves that we can't access, which was, like I said, predominantly for munitions, and then it got completely hollowed out into a deep shelter. But again, for all of you people out there, if you want to check out deep shelters, just type them in on my channel. They are very, I hate to be rude on it, but most deep shelters are quite generic. Once you've been into one, you're kind of like looking at the same sort of ones every other time, really. I suppose a bit like air raid shelters, depending on how geeky you are, like myself, or you find stuff like that quite interesting. But let's just carry on. Let's keep having a look. Let's do it. Right, I'm going to come down with you. Ooh, it's dark. Although it's a beautiful day today, it's actually mildly dark, isn't it? So these are obviously some storage for our shells. So that's where they would like put them on, like sort of like mini racks, I suppose, really. And then the idea is you store them here, and then they can just literally be transported back up onto the gun itself. But as you both noted, like there's been a lot of clear out, hasn't there? So they've sort of been, go on mate, after you. Should we head back up top? Gonna need your torch, bud. Hold on, mate. Seen better days, isn't it? Do you think? Not nice in there, is it? A little bit, you know. What do you think, mate? Good? Yeah, cool. Should we go check out the next one? Right, so we're at the second one, aren't we? So it should be identical, shouldn't it? Do you think we'll be able to get in here, Jenson? Do you want to go to that one first, mate? See if this is open or not. we're looking at. Ooh. Now, I'm not sure if you could squeeze through that other side. What do you reckon, mate? No. Could you get... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't want to get you stuck, do we, bud? That's a cool torch, isn't it?
It's a good one, isn't it?
I think it's the same one that I used to have before I broke mine.
Wait till we get the other little one out.
Yeah, good old Amazon. Do you want to take us downstairs, mate? Problem with these steps are just so uneven, aren't they? The moment you hear that crack of that glass, it ain't nice, is it? Oh, there you go, look, ready for action. What does it say? Do you want to read it out for us, mate? Yeah, these concrete
lockers were constructed
over
the Victorian gun pit.
Well done, mate. To house, I think that's ammunition.
Of the guns above.
Well done, mate. Don't worry about anything else. You're all right. You did really well there. So look, gents, that was our World War II gun that we were talking about, and that's those pins were to hold that gun in. But in the Victorian times, they were totally different. They were way bigger as well back in the day. Well done, mate. You've done really well. Should we walk round? Strangely dark in here, isn't it? When you think about it. First time, everybody, if you didn't realise that I've been here on a few occasions, but first time I've actually bothered to film this, because in my deep hope, we always wondered that the deep shelter was always going to be open, but there you go. Do you think they'd be nesting or something down there, mate? Lots of bugs and wildlife and everything, innit? Come on then. Right, everybody, so we're at the final one. So there's only 3 on here at St Margaret's, but like I said, probably argumentatively the most important one in terms of famousness, because obviously it did change its name to the Western Heights Battery, as you know in the history lesson. And amazing how the sort of holdfast of the gun has now been turned into a campfire, which, you know, could be worse places to have a campfire. Beautiful views, however, and it's all been cleared out quite nicely. So, same setup again. So the idea is that you've got, obviously, basically just a sort of different layer really of each one in terms of the munitions here. Well protected, and then we've got obviously Western Heights Fortress just beyond us. How's it looking down there, guys? Is it alright? Cool. Let's have a nosy for ourselves. Do you want me to go and take torch, mate, and we're going to need that for us. We're having a nice party and we're not invited. Go on, mate, you lead the way. It's always funny if you just literally did say that I was going to talk about glass. I always say, like, the thing about glass is, obviously, if you wear boots when you're out in a place like this, it's all right. But the thing I always worry about is actually nature. Because like, if a fox or badger cuts their foot, they come running through there. That's pretty much a game changer. No, I'm not worried about humans cutting their feet, but I mean, at least we've got boots and shoes on most of the time. But I think when it comes to like nature itself, it's just have a bit of a moan about that. You know, if a fox cuts its foot, well, that's it. You know. I reckon as gun batteries go, this has probably got to be one of the nicer views that you can probably see. Depending on what your view of Dover is. I mean, like, the actual view itself's lovely. Do you like a good view, Jenson? Good man. I think you brought the weather out with you today, mate. Do you reckon? I'm really pleased with that. let's wander around, shall we? Look at this though. The good thing about this gun battery is I think it's not hard to imagine where one, in obvious ways, where the gun was, where the munition would have been stored, and actually, more importantly, the view of what it's actually protecting. More importantly, you know. And obviously, if you know from my previous videos that we carried on going across, we have the infamous super heavy gun batteries at St Margaret's Cliff, etc, etc. And every other bit of this cliff line has pretty much got a tunnel or an air raid shelter dug into it. And at some point, everybody, I will take you to all of them, but as I always say on this channel, for me, the moment everybody does it, I sort of just get a bit turned off by it. But today is an exception because I've got amazing company. I've got the best people ever with me today, which makes it even more special. Right, let's walk around, everybody, and I think we'll end it there. Yeah? Come, let's go. Okay, everybody, so that was the end of St Martin's Battery. Thank you, both of you. We had a nice little time, didn't we, doing that one? That was good. We've got a few more events to make, and then we've got one more, well, we've got a couple more videos to make as well. One is literally behind us, right down there, hopefully. What do you think, gents? Was it good?
Yeah.
Good one. What was your best bit about it? The view? Yeah. View? Yeah, view. Yeah, view. He's been up and down everywhere, hasn't he, mate? Up on all them pillboxes. It's been good. How are you, mate? All good?
Good. Yeah, it was good. Very good. That was.
Cool.
That's always a good one. That one, St Martin's Battery.
Yeah, it's a nice, simple one, isn't it? We can park up and we can do it. Anyway, in your more words of Phoenix history, because history matters, take care, everybody, and I will see you all very soon. Hopefully, these two will come along at some other point. Jenson, do you know what we've got to do at the end of this? Well done, mate. See ya.